Hey guys, as requested, I'm going to review a video by iamLucid. Don't tell women what you like in them. Before I start the video, I should add that I've seen some of this guy's videos before. Usually I'm neutral towards the people that I review because you guys send me the videos, I've never heard of the people before, but in this case, I really dislike the guy. His content is horrible. He's an absolute loser slave.
When you get past the 9,000 YouTube videos explaining how to attract women and make them fall in love with you, you'll eventually mature and realize that
it's absolutely impossible to make a woman fall in love with you. Women fall in love with your looks. It's purely biochemical. There's nothing that you can learn to make her love you. Also, of course, this guy is below average looking. Obviously, he has never and never will experience love in his life, except if he gets plastic surgery, maybe. And that's also why he has a virgin hoodie. It's not by choice. It never is.
you don't want that. You want a wife instead. You want an intellectual, sophisticated, and rational mother of your children rather than a fun time in the backseat of a car. This change will take place in your life around age 20. It's pretty late because of how society is set up for us to become men and women later on in life and instead stay boys and girls for a while.
Right, yes, biologically it has never changed, but socially, yes, we become men when we start working, for example. Obviously it's nonsense, but that is modern society.
Means that once you do eventually get your life together and you start focusing on creating a strong and stable lifestyle for yourself by means of family, finance, and charisma, women will actually be chasing you for a change.
Family, finance, and charisma. What? That makes no sense. If you already have a family, then women are going to stay away from you because they are looking for a man to create a family with. It's really off-putting. Finances, money doesn't exist. It's completely irrelevant to women. And charisma? Charisma is just another word for good looks. And yes, if you're good looking, women are going to chase you, but that's the only way.
But this quick shift means that you're going to have to adapt as well. Listen to me when I say this. Do not tell a girl what you like in a girl.
The worst possible thing you could do in a relationship or whatever, you have to be completely open to women and always tell them what you like about them. If you find her body attractive in any way at all, you like something specifically about her body, always tell her, shower her with compliments. Just ask actual women, don't listen to guys. Women love this. This is how you're actually going to make a woman understand that you're really into her and that you care about her, because naturally, when we are attracted to a human being, it doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl, then we naturally, biochemically again, create chemicals that make us care about this human being. Attraction always equals kindness and caring towards a human being. The uglier you are, the worse you're going to be treated by everybody. Not only in a relationship, but your parents are going to treat you worse, your teachers, and so on.
If you take anything from this video, it's that sentence. This is identical to you giving out the answer key to a test, which is advice that I can't take myself.
That's his problem right there. It's not a game or a test. Guys who are below average looking always believe that their game is wrong, as in they need to learn how to manipulate women. This is abuse. You're simply gonna damage the girls.
Because I have hundreds of videos on this platform that show my most raw and authentic self, so I'm personally cooked. But at this age, you're a grown man with values that you stand by. You won't compromise because a girl is attractive. However, when a girl really likes you, she will consciously or subconsciously warp herself to fit the answer key and act like she's the one you've been looking for your whole life. And to the naive and impressionable young man who just got his shit together,
when women fall in love, they adapt to however the man is. If his character is unlikable in some way, then she will still find a way to like him as long as he's good looking. Your values and morals essentially don't matter whatsoever. And the reason it's like this is simply because there is no language in nature and humans never communicated the way we do nowadays. So when we meet somebody, go on a date, and we tell them what we are interested in and blah, 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 it's nothing that actually matters. It has zero to do with love and actual interest naturally that a woman shows towards you, which is all about, I want to have your babies. Your interests, values, morals are completely irrelevant to women. That's why they adapt to however you are.
you will fall for this. Trust me. Don't tell a girl everything that you value. Your stance on morality, your political views, especially early on. Your goal while speaking to any person of interest is to find the most objective and unbiased and true version of them before they mold themselves to your liking out of emotion and lust.
Why would this matter? If anything, it's actually a good sign, because if she doesn't like your interests, but then still adapts them and then incorporates them into her own life and is actually interested into all of these topics that she was never interested in, then it's actually a very good sign, and most likely she's actually attracted to you.
Don't forget that. If you realize that the real estate in your head is being taken up by her and she's already become a strong craving of yours, you've already lost the battle before it started. You're no longer thinking with your head upstairs and now the one downstairs. You've lost at that moment. One part about most religions that you have to respect, no matter if you're an atheist or whatever you are,
I'm just wondering, why are people taking relationship advice from a virgin?
is how they prevent emotional attachment and lust from taking over the relationship before it's solidified into a marriage. How many people do you know that when they were dating...
He's talking about arranged marriages. And yes, nowadays, in these messed up times, I could understand why there would be a benefit in doing them. But naturally, not at all. It has to be mutual. The girl has to be attracted to the guy and the guy has to be attracted to the girl. That's the only way a relationship is ever going to work out. If you do arranged marriages, it could end up that they are married their whole life, but are they ever actually going to love each other? The thing is that in Muslim countries, the woman is going to be punished really badly if she tries to leave the husband, and that's why she will never dare to. Does that mean that she will ever actually love the man? No.
For years, they did everything together, like literally everything, and then they broke up and were totally shattered for months. I can promise that every single one of those relationships could have been prevented within the first month if they hadn't caught feelings early on. If you just took a step...
Feelings are literally chemicals in the body produced, in the case of relationships between a man and a woman, when you find somebody attractive. If you would not want to be with them because of their interests, as I said, then there wasn't any attraction in the first place.
Stepped back and looked at her from a long-term successful marriage standpoint before falling in love with her or her body.
The only way that you can naturally successfully be together with somebody your whole life is if at least one of you didn't have any previous partners. Obviously, ideally, both of you.
He would have saved his entire heartache and years off of his life. Maybe he even missed the right one while he was still with her. The overwhelming majority of people don't change, and they also accidentally show you their true selves very early on. If you already didn't fall for this person, you wouldn't turn a blind eye to their behavior and you'd come to the correct conclusion very early on. However, we watch too many Disney movies and love stories growing up to ever be logical when it comes to marriage. Don't forget, we were literally conditioned.
Marriages should in no way be logical, and in general, you should never logically choose to be together with somebody. Logically would mean that you have similar interests, you follow a similar career, you are part of the same religion. That has nothing at all to do with love. It's definitely going to fail.
And constantly reinforced that love should be from the heart and that it happens on first sight, when that's honestly all bullshit.
How is that bullshit? The saying love at first sight has been around for ages, and that's because looks are love. That's the only way to love somebody. And if you find them genetically beautiful, then you will fall in love with them and do everything for them. That's true love. Yes, for delusional people like him, that's superficial, and no, you just have to be kind to her, find similar interests and give her flowers, and then she will love me. Yeah. Again, he's basically only projecting his own insecurities because no woman has ever loved him or even shown any interest towards him. And it's understandable because of his looks. Women cannot love him. It's nothing that they themselves choose. It's simply our biology.
A one-night hookup happens at first sight, but to find someone that you're going to spend the next 60 years of your life waking up next to this person, that is no quick lust-driven decision. It's calculated. Men, you have...
It is. That's exactly what it is. That's how nature works. But again, it only works if you haven't had any partners before. The connection that you then create because you right away have a child, literally right away, it is impossible to break you apart.
You have to be okay if she likes you, and you have to be okay if she wakes up tomorrow morning and doesn't like you anymore. The moment another girl has the...
That's impossible. It means that she wasn't attracted to you in the first place.
Power to flip a switch and destroy your mental health shows that you were using her to fill a void and you weren't even...
She will destroy your mental health because deep down it will make you realize that she's not attracted to you. Of course, you will go into denial, as this guy also would, and try to think of other reasons why she left. Why could it be? It can't be my looks, right? No, I look fine. My friends tell me that I look all right. It must be something else.
Complete to begin with. That's honestly quite selfish. To prevent this, you have to make sure that you have all parts of yourself in working order before you attach yourself to a host, like a virus would. If you still don't know what your purpose is, if you're still watching pee online,
it's normal for a human being to want to be together with another human being. That's what we are here for, essentially. We reproduce that way.
Or struggling to pull the blanket off in the morning and get up, or even still swiping through TikTok, just trying to pass time, do not start talking to a girl. Without realizing it, you'll just end up using her as a way to replace your already negative and toxic habits and behavioral traits. She will become your TikTok scroll. She'll become your purpose. She'll become the reason that you wake up in the morning and get to work, or she'll become what you were watching in the bathroom by yourself. You don't want that.
When you're doing all of this modern stuff that he mentioned, such as being on TikTok, then essentially your life is meaningless because your meaning was created by other human beings. Whereas if some girl actually shows interest in you, which means that she finds you attractive, then it can take over your life because that is the actual purpose, your natural purpose in your life. And that is very important. And of course it takes over your life because what you were doing before was meaningless, and all of a sudden you have a natural meaning to your life. It makes absolute sense.
She's a finite, fallible, and flawed human being, not a god. You would never ever truly rely on something that is temporary to be your source of happiness, contentment, fulfillment, and purpose, because when she eventually is no longer...
The thing is that it's not supposed to be temporary naturally. But of course nowadays, when we don't have children with somebody, then it can be. It would be a whole different deal if we would interact naturally, so to speak.
With you, or she no longer exists here, either her time is up or she cheated on you, God forbid, then you'll crash deeper than before you ever met her. Everything in the universe is continually moving towards this order. This is the second law of thermodynamics. Everything in the universe will eventually come to an end. So don't put your faith fully in something that's not going to be there forever. Do not worship and idolize something that has a start and an end date. But instead, find a wife that brings you closer to the Creator. This way, if you love each other...
Worship something that there is zero proof for, that other human beings made up, that you can read about in a man-made book, in a man-made language, with man-made letters and some numbers. Is this guy even hearing himself? Jesus.
For the sake of God alone, then you'll find true eternal love. Anything else and it'll just come...
Yeah, cope some more. You're simply not good looking and that's why you're into God. Oh my God. Just quit it. You're pathetic. It's embarrassing to listen to you. You have no idea what you're talking about when it comes to relationships. Come on, everybody can understand that. Even your biggest fans, if you have any, probably realize that when it comes to this topic, they should really not be listening to you.
To an end with the rest of the universe. Thank you for watching this video. Stay dreaming, stay lucid. I'm out. Peace.
It's also funny that he says that you shouldn't listen to the way Disney movies describe love, but at the same time, his logical view of love and relationships is exactly what is portrayed in typical modern Hollywood romance movies. You should get to know each other before you have children with them, whatever that means, in a few years. You should have similar interests. Ideally, your careers should be similar, or some nonsense like that. And that's the only thing that he will ever experience, if he's lucky to even get that, some kind of logical relationship. Certainly not love, because no girl is ever going to be attracted to him. Thanks for watching.